Hello everybody. So we're going to go through a nice yoga flow. I'll see how the time is. I don't want to say a time and then I accidentally go over, but it won't be longer than 40-45 minutes. So if you watched the previous video, I was mentioning blocks. So if you have anything that you can bring the floor closer to you, this is like a 4-pack of toilet paper, and that way you can have it to this height or you can have it to this height. So you're gonna want those just in case. Some people might not need them, but some people might need to bring the floor up a little bit closer, and that's totally fine. Blocks aren't only for beginners. Blocks are used in all sorts of poses, so no worries about that. And then if you have just a small little pillow for the beginning if you need it, we're gonna start seated. So just the legs nice comfortably crossed, nice and relaxed. Both, let me face this way. So sit bones on the mat, sitting up nice and tall. So if you need the pillow, then you can just sit up onto the pillow. That's the only thing the pillow is there for. So if you want a higher pillow, you can sit up a little bit higher, but that's just in case it begins to get a little too much sitting right on the sit bones. Because we're going to be here for just a little bit for the beginning of class. So you just want to be nice and comfortable. So you want to be sitting up nice and tall. So even though we're sitting down, we're not like slunched out. We're still sitting up back nice and tall, shoulders down. And then maybe you can close the eyes. And then hands can be palms facing down for just a little bit of grounding, or you can have palms facing up for receiving energy. And maybe we all need a little bit of energy because the days are just slowly moving into each other with no sort of stopping point. Every day seems to maybe be the same. So maybe we need just a little bit of energy from wherever we can get it. And have the eyes closed. Just begin to tune into your breath here. As I mentioned in the other video, a vinyasa flow practice is all about linking your breath to your movement. Breath is the most important part of your life, because without breath, there is no life. And if we have shallow breaths, then maybe we're a little bit more stressed out. But if we have nice, long, deep breaths, we can slowly begin to calm our bodies down. Once you begin to just focus solely on your breath, taking nice, long, deep inhalations through the nose. And then exhaling, opening the mouth. Now in our vinyasa practice, we use a form of breath called Ujjayi breath. And that's inhaling through the nose. Exhaling, keeping the mouth closed, exhaling through the nose. So you're pursing the lips together and sending the breath out, but not allowing the breath to release through the lips. So inhaling, take a nice deep breath in. Closing the mouth, exhale out. So you begin to create this kind of noise in the back of the throat. A few more breaths here. Begin to feel the energy move from the base of the spine all the way up to the top of the head. Always coming back to your breath. Now a lot of times we think of inhaling, we think of sucking in the belly. But I want you to think of, as you inhale, you begin to fill the belly with air, expanding the belly forward, pushing all the way past that belly button. Inhaling, deep breath in, fill the belly. Exhale, release. So rather than sucking in the belly, expand the belly with each inhale. Exhale, release. One more nice deep breath in. Exhale to release. You can maybe keep the eyes closed if you need to open the eyes to follow me. If the cues aren't, you can't visualize the cues, feel free to open the eyes. Take a nice deep breath in, reach both arms up. Exhale, take the right hand down to the mat, reach the left arm over for a nice side body stretch, keeping that left hip down on the mat. So both hips are down, reaching through those left fingertips. Inhale back through center, both arms up. Exhale, left hand down, right arm reaches over. Again, inhale, center. Exhale, right hand down. Inhale, center. Exhale, left hand down. Inhale, center, both arms up. We're going to take that left hand to that right knee. Right hand goes behind. Just taking it for a gentle twist here. So you don't want to really crank the neck. Just allow the gaze to go over the shoulders as much as available here. Shouldn't feel any tension in the neck. Just loosening up. Again, just a nice gentle twist. And inhale, reach both arms high. Exhale, right hand to the left knee, left hand goes behind for the twist. And when you twist, you want to think of inhale to lengthen. And then for the twist, that's when you exhale to get a little bit deeper. And inhale back, reach arms up through center. Exhale, bring the hands through heart center all the way down to the chest. You can blink the eyes open. I'm going to face this way. You stay right where you are, or it depends where you're facing me. But we're going to be to the long edge of the mat. So we're going to take the hands to the mat, pressing up into a tabletop position, to the center of your mat. So you want to again spread the fingertips nice and wide. If you watch the first video, spread the fingertips nice and wide, shoulders stacked over the wrists, hips over the knees. We're going to take it for a cat-cow. So we're going to really begin to link the breath to the movement here. So you're going to inhale, drop the belly, lift the chest, lift the gaze. Exhale, round the spine. So press away from the mat, chin to chest. Inhale, drop the belly, lift the chest, lift the gaze. Exhale, this time point the toes so that you press the tops of the feet into the mat. Press away from the mat with those hands. Round out the spine. Inhale, curl the back toes under, lift. Exhale, round the spine. Create space between the shoulder blades. One more, inhale. And exhale. Inhale, take it back to center. We're going to send the hips down towards the heels. Walk the hands forward. Forehead to the mat, child's pose. Breathe. Now with child's pose, you can come here at any point. This is a resting pose. So if at any point you just need to take a little bit of breather, you take a little bit of breath, and maybe just tone it down, slow it down a little bit, always just come back to child's pose, and then you can always join in whenever you're ready. So we're going to look forward, spread the fingertips wide, press into the top, press into the hands, and we're going to send the hips forward and lower all the way down onto the mat. I'm just going to move these out of the way. You're going to point the toes, bring the feet to touch, hands under the shoulders, elbows tracking back. You're going to take a nice deep breath in and out. Inhale, lift the chest slightly off of the mat, not putting too much weight in the hands. Exhale to lower. Inhale, peel the chest off the mat, press into the tops of the feet, shoulders away from the ears. Exhale to lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. One more, inhale, lift. Hold for the exhale. Squeeze the upper back. One more deep breath in, maybe lift a little higher. And exhale, release down to the mat. Press into the hands. Send the hips back. Child's pose. One full breath in. And out. And look forward, press into the hands. Send it forward one more time. This time we're going to hover the hands off of the mat. If that's too much, you stay right where we were the first time. Take a nice deep breath in. And out. Inhale, press the chest. Lift the chest, hands away from the mat. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift, squeeze the upper back. Exhale, lower. Again, inhale, lift. Exhale. One more, inhale, lift. Pause for the exhale, hold. Inhale, lift a little higher. And exhale, release the hands to the mat, press into the palms, press back, child's pose. And make your way to tabletop. So adjust the knees under the hips, hip width apart, hands under the shoulders, shoulder width apart. We're going to take it for a vinyasa. So, first one of the day. So if you watch the first video, we're going to stay on our knees, but we're just going to shift slightly forward. So you're going to shift forward on your inhale, shoulders past the wrist. Exhale, you're going to lower. Inhale, point the toes, lift the chest. Exhale, press back, downward facing dog. So make sure that you send the hips all the way up. Spread the fingertips wide. Nice long neck and spine. And then maybe just begin to take some movement here. So you can bend into the knees. Maybe if it's too much right now on the hamstrings, you just bend both knees, hold it here. Or maybe just walk it out. Finding some stillness, we're going to walk and step that right foot between the hands. So again, if you can only make it here, you physically grab that foot, you pick it up, you drop that back knee, left hand on the mat or on your block, if you have your block, reach that right arm up, open for a twist, or you can have it a little bit lower or no block. But make sure that you open up that right shoulder. So think of inhale to lengthen, reach those fingertips. Exhale as you open up that right shoulder. One more nice deep breath in. Exhale, open. And slowly release that right hand to the mat. Left toes curled under. Step the right foot back. Downward facing dog. Step that left foot forward. Drop that back knee down. Right hand on the mat this time. Left arm reaches up. Take a nice deep breath in. Exhale, open. One more, inhale. And exhale. And release left hand to the mat. Plant the hands, step the left foot back, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift the tippy toes. Exhale, look forward, and then just begin to walk the hands to the top of your mat. Feet hip distance apart. Take a nice deep bend in the knees. You can let the head hang, let the neck hang, let the arms hang, or maybe you reach for opposite elbows. Maybe you sway side to side, getting a nice stretch in the hamstrings. Head and neck are heavy. And release the hands down. And slowly roll it all the way up. Head is the last thing to come up. All right, hopefully we're okay. Hopefully the music is not too loud. Hopefully the cat crying in the background is not too annoying. Stella, everybody can hear you. Okay. So we are at the top of the mat, feet together. You're going to take a nice deep breath in, reach arms high. Exhale, you're going to spread the fingertips, open up cactus arms, draw the shoulder blades down. Inhale. And exhale. One more, inhale. And exhale. Inhale, reach the arms high. Exhale, take a soft bend in the knees, dive forward, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, hands to the shins, flat back. Exhale, lower. Again, inhale. exhale, plant the hands, step it back to a plank. Option to skip the vinyasa, the push-up altogether, and you can just move right into downward facing dog. Or you go for the vinyasa, lower down onto your knees. Inhale, shift forward. Exhale to lower. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. We're going to send the right leg up. This is going to feel a little balancy, but you're going to send the right leg up. And then you're going to open up that hip and then stack that right hip over the left, squeezing the heel towards the glute. But you don't want to shift towards the left hand. Make sure the weight is equal in both hands. Just open up that hip a little. And inhale, send that leg long. Exhale, step the right foot between the hands. Option to drop that back knee down, or you can leave that leg up. Take a nice deep breath in, reach arms high. Exhale, hold. Make sure the feet are in two separate tracks, remember. Take a nice deep breath in. Exhale. One more deep breath in. Exhale, plant the hands, step the right foot back, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, open it up. Stack the left hip over the right heel towards the glute. Open up that hip. Inhale, send the leg long. Exhale, step the left foot through. Again, if you need to physically pick that foot up and place it, pick that foot up. Option to drop that back knee if you did on the other side. Inhale, reach arms high. Exhale, release. 2 more breaths like this. Inhale. Exhale. 1 more. Inhale. And exhale. Plant the hands. Step the left foot back. Downward facing dog. Inhale, shift forward. Exhale, bend the knees, look forward, step or walk to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep arms high. Exhale, right into a cactus arms. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, reach arms high. Exhale, dive forward, soft bend in the knees, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, step it back to your plank. Move right through your vinyasa or just make your way to downward facing dog. Inhale, send the right leg high. Exhale, open it up. Inhale, send it long. Exhale, step the right foot through. Keep that back knee right where it is. Inhale, reach arms high. Exhale, we're going to float forward as we float the arms back. Find that balance. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. 1 more. Inhale. Exhale. Float the arms back. Pause. Hold it here. Reach to those fingertips. Chest stays lifted. And inhale, reach arms high. Exhale, plant the hands. Step the left foot in. And then straighten out that front leg. This is the option here for your blocks. So hands on the blocks. So you're making a little pyramid, if you could see. Breathe. Try not to lock into that knee too much, so just a little micro bend. Take 1 more nice deep breath in and out. You're going to walk the hands slightly forward as you bend into that right knee. Press into your blocks, or if your hands are to the mat. And then you're going to send that left leg up. for a nice little balance. Option to keep those hands where they are, or if you can find your balance, maybe you bring one hand up, maybe you bring another hand up. Warrior 3, find that balance, breathe. Take one more nice deep breath in. And release the hands, step the left foot to meet the right, forward fold. If you still have your blocks, inhale, halfway lift, you can come up onto your blocks. Exhale, release. One more, inhale. Exhale. Inhale, reach, arms high. Exhale, cactus arms. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, reach arms high. Exhale, dive forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, step it back to your downward facing dog, or move through your vinyasa. Inhale. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, open. Inhale, send it long. Exhale, step the left foot through. Keep that back knee right where it is. Inhale, reach arms high. Exhale, float forward. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more, inhale. Exhale, pause, hold here. Activate that back leg, reach those fingertips. Take one more nice deep breath in. And out. Inhale, reach arms high. Exhale, plant the hands, step the right foot in. Take it over, straighten out that front leg, grab your blocks. Breathe. One more nice deep breath in. And out. And slowly begin to bend into that left knee. Walk the hands slightly forward. Shift the weight into that left leg. Lift that right leg. Finding your balance. Flex through that heel. Maybe you try to come up to find that balance. Breathe, and then as you through that back heel, chest is lifted. Hips are square. Take one more nice deep breath in. And out. And slowly hands to your blocks or your mat. Step the right foot to meet the left, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep arms high. Exhale, bring the hands to heart center. Hopefully we're all doing okay. Hopefully I'm not coming out of the camera. All right, take a nice deep breath and we're gonna flow right through it. Inhale. Exhale, dive forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, step it back to your plank. Option for your vinyasa. Or skip it, always option to go into child's pose. Meeting in downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg high. Exhale, step that right foot through. Spin the back heel down. Square off those hips. Think of pushing that back hip, that left hip forward as you keep that right hip pushing back. Press into the long edge of that back foot. Inhale, reach arms high. Exhale, open up, warrior 2. So now the body is facing the long edge of the mat. Gaze is over the front fingertips towards the front. Get a nice wide stance and a nice bend into that front knee, but make sure that you're not going past the toes. You want to keep that knee in line with that heel. Breathe. Relax the shoulders down. Take one more nice deep breath in. Maybe try to go a little bit deeper. Take a breath. Inhale, straighten out that front leg. Exhale, open. Use your breath here. Inhale. Exhale. One more, inhale. Exhale. Hold it here. Flip that front palm. Left hand to the back of that thigh. Reach that right arm over, keeping that bend in that front knee. Find that side body stretch, reverse warrior. Inhale up. Exhale, warrior two. One more nice deep breath in. Exhale, cartwheel the arms, spin off that back heel, back to the ball of the foot. Press into the hands. Step that right foot back. Option for a vinyasa or downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, step the left foot through. Spin the back heel down. Square off those hips. Big inhale, reach arms high. Exhale, open up. So think of that front heel cutting through the arch of that back foot, and then really press into the long edge of that back foot. Find that length. Find that nice wide stance. Take a nice deep breath in and out. One more breath in and out. Go a little bit deeper. Take that breather. Inhale. Exhale, open. Inhale. Exhale. One more. Inhale. Exhale. Pause. Hold here. Watch that front knee, making sure it's not rocking in or rocking out. It's going right over those toes. Flip that front palm. Inhale. Reverse warrior. Reach it over. And inhale. Bring it up. Exhale. Warrior two. One more nice deep breath in. Exhale. Cartwheel the arms. Spin off that back heel. Step the left foot back. Option for the vinyasa. Or you just meet in downward facing dog. Take 2 full breaths here. If you need to, maybe you come into child's pose for now, or you stay in your downward facing dog. One more nice deep breath in. And out. Inhale, lift your tippy toes. Exhale, bend the knees, look forward like you're about to spring. Step the right foot. Step the left foot, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep arms high. Exhale, bring the hands to heart center. All right, so we're just gonna go through a little balancing pose. So you can face however you wanna face. I'm gonna face you. You're gonna have the feet about hip distance apart and ground into all 4 corners of the feet. So really make sure the toes are making contact with the mat. We're gonna ground to that right foot, and we're gonna bring that left foot up. First option, ankle to ankle. Or bring that foot right below the knee. Or if you can, bring that left foot to the inner right thigh. Maybe you bring the hands to the hips. Maybe you bring the hands to heart center. Or maybe you reach the arms all the way up. But you want to be sure that you're below the knee and above the knee. You don't want to be pressing into that knee. So either you can be above the knee, or then you make sure it's below the knee. And then you want to make sure that you're pushing that foot into the thigh, but the thigh is also pushing into that foot so that you're creating that stability and you're not rocking the hip to one side. So really think of lengthening and squeezing into the midline. Find your balance. Ground into those toes, into that right heel. Breathe. Find something to focus on. Take 2 more breaths here. If you come out of it, just make your way back. Oops. Try not to grip those toes. Take 1 more nice deep breath in. And slowly bring the hands to heart center. Slowly bring that knee in. Maybe you grab for under that knee, hug the knee in. And release it down. Shake it out. Other side, grounding into that left leg. Taking the same version you took on the other side so that we're equal. Find that balance. One side might be better than the other. Again, make sure that you're not rocking the hip. Press the thigh into the foot, foot into the thigh. Find your version with the arms. And find something to focus on. 3 more breaths here. One more nice deep breath in. And out. Slowly bringing the hands back to heart center. Slowly bringing that knee in. Reaching for under the knee. Hug that knee into the chest. And release it down. You come to the top of your mat. Shake it out. Nice deep breath in. Reach arms high. Exhale, dive forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, last vinyasa. Plant the hands, step it back to your plank, lower down to your knees. Exhale to lower. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. And slowly lower onto your knees. You can bring the big toes to touch, sit back, child's pose. Option to have the knees the width of the mat. Walking the hands forward. Or you can bring the knees in to touch and you get a little more stretch on the lower back. So whatever version feels good. Forehead to mat. Just taking a few breaths here. Two more breaths. And slowly make your way up to tabletop position. We're going to come into pigeon pose. Now, this might be a hard one to explain, but it's a really good hip stretch. So first thing first. I'm going to figure out which way to face you might be best. Okay, so you're on your tabletop. You're going to bring your right knee to the right wrist. So you're going to bring that knee through so that the right knee is with that right wrist, and then that left heel is trying to come forward to be parallel with the mat, but if it can't, that's totally fine. So you're like this, and then you're going to walk the left toes back, 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 back. As much as you can, you're going to feel that stretch, point the toe, and then if you still have that pillow that we had earlier, you can stick that pillow underneath that hip so you have something to sit on instead of keeping it up. If you want, grab a pillow, you can place that pillow right there, and then make sure that you're not rocking over to the right. So if I'm from the front, my hip should be square. I shouldn't be rocking to the right. I should be square, and then you can come forward. If you have your little fake blocks, you can just come onto your blocks, holding it here. Maybe if you get a little bit better, you can come a little bit lower. Up to you. If this is too much on your knees, if you have any knee pain, you're going to feel a stretch and uncomfortable. But if it's pain, come into a figure four, cross that right ankle over the left knee, and then just thread it through. Or you can take the hands like we did underneath the kneecap for a bit of a deeper stretch, and then you just hold it here. So take your version. Eyes are closed so that you can really focus on breathing, on the stretch. Again, if you're feeling any pain, switch over to figure four, but if you're feeling just uncomfortable, that's fine. That's just the stretch. There's a lot of emotion in the hips, so try and just send your breath to the hips. Try not to hold your breath. Try not to focus on what's uncomfortable. Allowing yourself to ease into the stretch, ease into the pose. Let's take 3 more deep breaths here. one more breath. And wherever you are, slowly make your way back up onto your palms. Now you can shift the hips over to the right to bring that left foot forward. You're going to keep that right foot bent and bring that right foot to the inner thigh, just how we did with tree pose. And then flex that left foot. Take a nice deep breath in, reach arms high. And then exhale, just take it over, reaching for those toes or those ankles or those shins. Or you can just have those blocks, wherever feels good, coming over, wherever you are. Take one more deep breath in. And slowly roll it up. You can bring that left knee in. Maybe you rock it out side to side. And sweep the feet behind, setting up for the other side through our tabletop. We bring that left knee now to the outside of that left wrist. We don't crank that foot. So if it can come up a little bit, let it come up a little bit, but don't crank it. And then walk those right toes back as much as you can. Point the toe, keep the chest nice and lifted. Again, if you need to, take that pillow underneath that left hip. Walk it forward. You can always rest the head on your fake blocks. One side's going to be easier than the other, so try and focus solely on the breath. Think of relaxing into the shoulders. Releasing tension from the neck. Relax the jaw, the cheeks, the space between the eyebrows. Try not to furrow the brow. Think of relaxing that space and just focusing on the breath, letting all other thoughts wash away. Take 3 more deep breaths here. Take 1 more breath. And wherever you are, slowly making your way onto your palms. Release any props you have. Shift the hips over to the left to bring that right foot through and forward. Left foot to the inner right thigh, making sure you're sitting on your sit bones. Big inhale, reach arms high. Exhale, reach forward wherever you are. And slowly roll it up. Bring the knees in, rock it out side to side. Make sure you're in the center of the mat. Both feet flat on the mat. You can bring the hands behind the thighs and then slowly begin to roll down 1 vertebra at a time, nice and slow. Release the head to the mat. Hug the knees in, rock it out side to side. Massaging out the lower back. Bring that right knee in. Left hand to the outside of that right knee. Right arm opens out to the side. Take it for a nice twist. Gaze wherever is comfortable. And hug that right knee back in. Switch left knee in, right leg long. And right hand to the outside of the left knee. Left arm opens out to the side. Take it over for a twist. Trying to keep that left shoulder still on the mat though. And inhale back to center. Bring both knees in. You're gonna reach, first option here, happy baby. You're gonna reach for the insides of the feet. And then you're gonna press the knees down towards the armpits. Or you can reach from the outside if that feels a little bit better. Or you can get the peace fingers, wrap them around the big toes. Or if that's not available, maybe you just take the hands behind the thighs and you just rock it out side to side. Keeping the lower back on the mat. Head is relaxed. And bring it back to center. Bring the knees in. Hug the knees into the chest one last time. And slowly release the legs all the way down. Feet the width of the mat. Letting the big toes fall over. Remove anything that's in your way. Arms away from the body, taking up some space on the mat. Adjust anything you need to, making sure you're nice and comfortable. Eyes are closed. Coming into your final Shavasana, and yes, we're just laying here, but Shavasana is such a key part of a yoga practice. So I invite you to still stay here and take the final Shavasana. We'll be here for maybe just 3 minutes. I won't keep you here for long. The eyes are closed. Finding last bit of stillness, last bit of movement before we make our way to final stillness. I'll bring you back in a few moments. slowly begin to incorporate some subtle movement back into the body. Wiggling the toes, running the fingertips across the thumbs, rolling the wrists, rolling the ankles, and then closing the legs, reaching the arms overhead for a final full body stretch. And slowly making your way back to the top of your mat. You can roll over to one side, press your way up. Sitting up nice and tall, legs crossed, hands to heart center, chin bow to chest, eyes closed. Keep peace in the mind, strength in the body, and love in the heart. Namaste. Thank you, family. Hopefully we all did it and we feel good. And thanks.